Hello everyone, the video that you found is a video that reviews and explains my final project for my MCOM class. For this final project, we were assigned to make a monument or memorial using 3 out of the 5 forms of rhetoric that we have learned over this past semester. Now, to make this memorial, we were supposed to be doing it in Minecraft. Luckily, we were allowed to do this in creative mode. The monument that I decided to make was a monument having a quiet place in your life where you can just sit down and relax. For me, I like to have underwater stuff, and so I thought I would go ahead and make a clear glass diamond underwater. For me, that has become my underwater sanctuary. Now, it's always important to have a place like my underwater sanctuary in your life so that you don't get too stressed out. You just always need a quiet place to just go and relax and sort out your problems. Now, getting back to the project, we had to use 3 of the 5 forms of rhetoric like I stated earlier. The 3 types of rhetoric that I used were spatial rhetoric, procedural rhetoric, and digital rhetoric. If you don't know what I mean by the types of rhetoric that I just listed, don't worry, I can explain it for you. Spatial rhetoric can be defined as rhetoric that makes use of spaces, basically placing objects in a way so that they reinforce your meaning. Procedural rhetoric is the art of explanation through rule-based representation and interactions rather than just written words, spoken words, or moving objects. And digital rhetoric is described as the art of informing, persuading, and inspiring action in an audience through media and is an advancing form of communication composed, created, and distributed through multimedia. Now, the reason for making this memorial was really simple. As soon as my professor said that we were going to do a monument in creative mode, I knew that I wanted to do something underwater like I said earlier. After that, I had no idea what I was going to do. So, to try to think of some ideas, I actually went to a quiet place, which is actually in my room, with no sound and no light coming in, and I just wanted to sort out through some ideas. When I couldn't figure out anything, I thought, well, I'm in a quiet place. Everyone needs one, so why not do that? I tend to get really stressed really easily, but you always need a quiet place to relax and sort out what you need to get done. And so, I decided to go ahead and make that for my underwater sanctuary. Just the goal of the underwater sanctuary is just to rest, relax, and just let your worries flow. The reason that I chose digital rhetoric as one of my 3 types is Minecraft is a digital medium, and if it were in the physical world, we'd be doing this with Legos, and it'd be on a much smaller scale. Although it'd be fun to see it in large scale. The way that spatial rhetoric comes into play is that it's underwater where not a lot of light can come in and irritate you. Now, sometimes it's not very fun to just stare into a dark void. Sometimes I think it is. So below the sanctuary, I put some glowstone so that you can still see a little bit towards the bottom. And procedural rhetoric, it sort of comes into play with how I have just a layer of glowstone and just nothing there. I mean, I have some signs that you can go ahead and read if you like, but overall there's not a lot there. You just need a clear, quiet place to go and just think. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to my explanation on my final project in MCOM class. It was fun to build, but it was also a pain in the neck trying to get all of that water out. I hope you enjoy your time in the underwater sanctuary. Just sit down, relax a little, and let your worries not frighten you anymore. If you feel like, grab a computer and see if you can program. If that starts to stress you out, just forget about it and just sit there and relax. Thank you all for stopping in. I hope you have a great day.